Shalom and welcome to another installment of Apostles of GMS, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Today's topic is going to be entitled, I was going to say getting the record straight, but I'm going to add another word to that. I'm going to entitle it Getting the Scriptural Record Straight. And today's date is 5/23/2015, which is May 23rd, 2015. And basically, we basically have some news, about general news about the other Israelite camps, about Bro Polite, APAP, and other things. And we're going to go into some breakdowns. Basically, this is going to be a free for all. What do you call it? Open forum, if you will. So in other words, we want to cover a lot of things. All right. There was a situation that I just saw a video 2 days ago of Element. We know him as Element. He used to be the head of the Dallas, Texas camp. And, we all, kind of watch Alex Jones from time to time, see what Alex is saying. And he was, they had a abortion clinic bullshit. And they had this guy, what's his name? What's this guy? Jackson, Jakari Jackson. He was one of the reporters down there. And Alex was at the main studio. And, he was interviewing different people. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he interviews this guy that, that we call Element, all right? That dude. His Hebrew name is Amashabayala, if I'm saying it right. Long name, but anyway, I said, don't give him the mic. He ain't gonna give the mic back. But basically, Jackson gave him the mic, and he was going, boy, and it was funny, and everybody kind of sent emails back and forth to each other. And then I said to myself, yeah, that guy can't stay out of the spotlight. He want to be in the spotlight and shit. Hey, but we laughed at it, Anyway, was another situation. They had a tour. The Black Conscience Movement had a tour at the Met, which is the Metropolitan Museum of Art. If I'm not no, the Met. What does the Met stand for? Yeah, Metropolitan Museum of Art. Yeah, because Met short. Met short for Metropolitan. Yeah, so the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and they had, like I said, the so-called self-imposed, I guess you can say, leaders of the Black Conscience movement had a tour, and they went down to that museum. Now, I've been to that museum more than 20 times in my lifetime, so I know that museum backwards and forwards. I've been to the Egyptian section. I've been to the Near Middle East section. I've been to the section with the Knights. I've been all over that museum, all right? Matter of fact, we did a thing on that back in 2009. Anyway, they went down there and they actually said, you got to come to this tour because it's going to be a while before we put this video up. And I said, man, them niggas going to put it up the next week. You know what they did? They couldn't wait. They put it up like 2 days later. So I said, these guys telling me we ain't going to put it up in a while. Guess what? They're going to put it up. All right, so you had these people that were part of the tour, guests of the tour, I guess you can call it, and you can see that they didn't know what was going on. They drunk that Kool-Aid, that Hamitic Kool-Aid, I call it. That's my new thing, drinking that Hamitic Kool-Aid. Anyway, Brother Reggie, that's his title, Brother Reggie. He was going into certain aspects of the tour, and here comes Polite, which we call APEP, and this was a name that was given to him by brother Nasi, and it stuck. I said, that's APEP, all right. Well, APEP was out spewing his venom once again. he was doing his part of the tour, and he had made a statement that if you go to the scriptures or the Bible, the scriptures teach that women don't have souls, right? And they said, well, even if you ask, he didn't say certain Israelites. He said if you ask the Israelites, they'll tell you the same thing. that women don't have a soul. So I caught it. I caught wind of it. So I basically made a counter video on that, right? And basically I told the people in that video to, I said, you can make a response to the video. And we got all these different responses and whatnot. And we had this, well, I'm going to read them responses. I'm going to read the comments. But anyway, in that video, I broke down, really using one scripture in the book of Genesis, that women have souls. And the scripture that I went to is Genesis 35:18. You can start from the 15th verse, and we can go over it again.
This is the book of Genesis 35:15. And Jacob called the name of the place where the Most High spake with him Bethel, which is Bayath Allah, which means house of the power. It says, and they journeyed from Bethel, and there was but a little way to come to Ephrath. And Rachel travailed, and she had hard labor. And it came to pass, when she was in hard labor, that the midwife said unto her, Fear not, thou shalt have this son also. That was her second son, Benjamin. And it came to pass, as her soul was in departing, for she died, that she called his name Benoni, but his father called him Benjamin. So basically it says, and it came to pass as her soul was in departing. So basically the woman, Rachel, when she had this son, just before she had the son, that was to be Benjamin, which was basically the last son of Israel to be born to Jacob. It said that her soul was in departing, meaning that she does have a soul. Her soul was going back into the spirit world, So in other words, she died, and the baby was born. She died, but the point is that she has a soul. You have men, or you have masculine spirits, and you have feminine spirits. You have men that have souls, and you have women that have souls. This is just some nonsense that this guy makes up, like he always does, because that's what he does. He's there to create confusion. He's not there to edify. He's not there, to make things clear. He's there to create confusion.
Also, he doesn't know the Bible. He wasn't chosen to teach the Bible. That's right. I find for a guy that, supposedly hates the Bible so much that he, shot up the Bible, he's always talking about the Bible.
You can't be quiet about the Bible. That's right. This guy, he can't be quiet about the scriptures.
That's right. I got a scripture to add to it. This is the book of Ezekiel 18:4. It says, Behold, all souls are mine. As the soul of the Father, so also the soul of the Son is mine. The soul that sinneth, it shall die. So for you to sin, you have to have a soul, right? Well, if we go in the book of 1 Timothy 2:14, it says, And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Now, in 1 John 3:4, it says, Sin is a transgression of the law. So going back to Ezekiel, it says, The soul that sinneth, it shall die. So that shows you right there, the woman being deceived was in the transgression, the woman being Eve. So she sinned. Now, for her to sin, that means she had to have had a soul. Going back to Ezekiel, the 18th chapter. The soul that sinneth, it shall die. And then we know the story. Adam, he went from supposedly, according to the scriptures, he was supposed to live 1,000 years in that one body. The Most High chopped it down to 930 years. And then he died. Then Eve as well. So that's the proof that a woman has a soul.
That's right.
If she didn't, she wouldn't be able to sin. Clearly we read here, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
Right. Yeah, so there's a brother that put a comment on the comment board of that particular video that Elder Apostle Tahar did, and he put the scripture on, which is good scripture. I just want to bring it out to further proof that women have souls. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 1, verse 9. It says, So Hannah rose up after they had eaten in Shiloh, and after they had drunk. Now Eli the priest sat